Good afternoon, everyone. The Secretary General strongly condemns the airstrike in Kabul, Afghanistan on the 16th of March, which reportedly resulted in the death and injury of civilians at a hospital. The Secretary General recalls that under international humanitarian law, patients, medical personnel, and medical facilities, including hospitals, must be respected and protected at all times. He calls for an independent and impartial investigation into the incident. The Secretary General extends his deepest condolences to the families of those killed and wishes a swift recovery to those injured. He reiterates his call for de-escalation and the immediate cessation of hostilities, and urges all parties to comply with their obligations under international law, including the protection of civilians. The Secretary General urges the parties to resolve their differences through peaceful means and dialogue in accordance with the principles of the UN Charter. Also in Afghanistan, our OCHA colleagues note that the conflict between Afghanistan and Pakistan has entered its third week, with no sign of abating. Between March 6th and yesterday, airstrikes and cross-border attacks have impacted at least 10 of Afghanistan's provinces, including Kabul. Across Afghanistan, displacement is on the rise. Our partners tell us that 115,000 people have been forced to flee, and more than 300 shelters have been destroyed or damaged. People who have been displaced need shelter, water, health services, and food. According to our partners, around 160,000 people are facing deteriorating food security. The World Food Program has distributed high-energy biscuits to more than 3,300 households, with plans to provide 2 months of food assistance, largely through cash-based transfers. Health services are under severe strain. According to the World Health Organization, 25 health facilities have closed or suspended operations, including 10 damaged by airstrikes. WHO has deployed 4.5 metric tons of medical supplies and trauma kits, while UNICEF say they have supplies sufficient to treat more than 50,000 emergency cases. Still, shortages persist, with more than 70 containers of health supplies delayed due to border closures. Our humanitarian colleagues also note that the escalating conflict in Iran and the wider region has increased uncertainty for humanitarian logistics, effectively pausing the Iran transit route that our partners had explored as an alternative supply corridor. Border crossings with Pakistan remain largely closed, disrupting supply chains and leaving humanitarian cargo stranded. OCHA calls for safe and sustained humanitarian access, protection of civilians, and respect for international humanitarian law. Additional humanitarian funding is also urgently required to sustain the response.
Thank you, Farhan. Does the Secretary General have any comment on the announcement of a suspension of hostilities between Afghanistan and Pakistan for the Eid holiday?
Yes, that's a welcome development. As I said at the start of the briefing, the Secretary General has called for de-escalation and the immediate cessation of hostilities, and for parties to comply with international law. So this is in line with that, and we hope that the suspension during Eid will be extended.